Hello and welcome back to the Beard Before Wicket podcast. Some bonus content for you because there's an Ashes preview. We discussed the Ashes virtually, I want to say last time, innit? Yeah.
Me and you did it.
Yeah. You sent your predictions in from...
I didn't hear that.
Oh well.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
I think
Should watch it.
you just sent us...
Yeah.
Doesn't watch his own podcast.
Say again, sorry.
Generally, vibes-wise, what's your feeling going into the second one?
I think obviously it's gonna be a tough one now. Obviously after losing the first game, but they'll come in quite confident still, knowing that it's only the second test. If it was the third test, I think they'll be a bit more on the edge, because the second test they'll have a think fresh and go in with it hard. What's your thoughts on that, Mo?
No, it's only 1-0, man. Like,
Yeah, so I was saying the same
I
thing.
think the game was even until the last innings, but somebody came out and obviously played amazingly well. I actually got a feeling, right, and it's a bit of like hope as well, but I think we're going to beat them at Brisbane. Because I think everyone... I don't think both teams are... I don't think Australia are as like good as... I think they're both very even and anything can happen. And the only issue England are going to have is, I think, Starc with the pink ball and the lights and all that.
The other two seamers not playing, eh? Cummings and
No,
Hazelwood.
they're not playing. The other guys bowl well, though. Like, they're good bowlers.
Yeah, bowling's very good.
But I just got a feeling, I don't know why, I think we're going to be okay. Because Brisbane, although we haven't won there for a long time.
So I was just about to say, it is 39 years since England have won a test at the Gabba.
Yeah. But I think there's been...
So how many have they
draws.
played? Obviously, how many played in 39 years? What have they played?
You're always asking questions I don't know the stats for.
Right, leave that for now then.
What did you
leave
say?
it.
What was
I
the
said, how many games have they played there, England? You said they won for 39 years, so I just want to know.
Yeah, so that's every 4 years.
Yeah, so probably like
10 years? 10,
like 9.
9, whatever. So yeah, I don't... Probably a bit more than
I
that.
think obviously the pitch is going to be the main factor, obviously. It depends if
Pitch
it's...
is
if
going to
the
be very
pitch-
similar, but not
Yeah,
as quick.
Yeah, if it's similar to that, like you say, I don't think it'll go the 5 days again.
No, I don't think many of these games will.
It won't. Especially the way both teams are playing now. Especially obviously how Travis Head plays, and then you look at England. So this is not going to go 5 days. It'll probably go 4 days.
And the pink ball makes a big difference.
Oh yeah, it is a day-night game as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big ball, forgot about that.
Yeah, so it depends a lot. So there's a few things, like having played that game and played a couple of other pink ball games. There's like twilight period of the day that's just horrible to bat. So like for some reason it starts, like even if it's like flat, it just starts swinging a bit, starts nipping a little bit, and pink ball timings are completely different. You're batting like the game starts at, I don't know, I think 4 o'clock, 4
Yeah.
p.m. You finish late, it's a bit colder. There's always something happening. So that's why I think England, if they get on the right side of the toss, right side of like getting, I don't know, head out early, getting a few early wickets, and it's going to be as hard for England as well. England are going to have to like dig deep for this game and like come out proper. I think the difference between the two teams last game was, and I don't want to dwell too much on it, but England were like playing a bit more like big drives and stuff when they lost the wickets, whereas Australia was a bit more like in here, nicked off closer to the body and all that, which can happen at Perth. But I would say England just got to come out actually quite brave and like just chest out kind of way, and I think they will. Honestly, I think they will. I don't think they played as bad as people made out. I know it just sounds really bad that they lost in 2 days, but it was even until the last innings.
Yeah. But I think another big thing is, I think why the advantage goes to Australia still massively is a lot of the players in England have not played day-night cricket with a pink ball. I think that plays now. In fact, they've not done that.
How much of a difference does that make?
It will make a difference. Australia's record with the pink ball is very good.
And
Nah.
Stark's massive part of
And
that. I think his record's the best with
Yeah,
pink ball.
so
I think his wife actually said, and it's in the notes, that Aussie attack with the pink ball is a little bit terrifying. That Mitch Starc's wife said that.
So that plays now a massive factor into that.
Yeah.
Big, because like I say, a lot of the boys for England have not played that game before. Now, how do they react to that?
Do you know what's
do they play
crazy?
the same way or do they not? So they're going to assess, and they'll be
Yeah.
practicing now with that pink ball under, like I say, under that light, under that twilight period
I
as well.
hated playing that pink ball test match. Hated it.
Because
Just
you know
felt
the pink ball, a
uncomfortable.
lot happens. Feels as though things happen quickly. Okay, last test things happen, but with pink ball, it feels as though
No,
things
it's
happen
just
quickly,
for
man.
me, it just felt really uncomfortable. Like I don't know, it's just weird.
Because you're not used to it, or
Do you feel like more of
You
an
know Gary
ODI
Balance?
game?
Remember Gary Balance?
Yeah.
Like, he's like colorblind. He can't from pink,
oh yeah, okay, yeah,
and he's
that's
playing a pink ball test
Yeah.
match, which I find crazy. But it's just like the glare on the back, like the side screen. I think we played one game. Side screen was white, and there's a massive glare.
Yeah.
And it's a pink ball, and it's like it just didn't look right. It didn't feel right. And I remember one game. I think it was Kima Roach, who was a top bowler, played a pink ball, and he tried to swing it away from a right-hander, and he went the other way around. Like he went down leg side,
Mad.
and it wasn't his fault. It's just like it was different. So I think some players find it very difficult or very uncomfortable, but England obviously can't afford to have any of that. But I think England will be fine. Honestly, I think with this we've got. I don't know why I've got this feeling that we're going to win at Brisbane.
I mean, the thing is, we discussed the Gabba briefly last time. Because the record has been so long, players will obviously think about that. Like
Yeah.
you wouldn't.
I don't.
But less nowadays than
Players
they
will
used
only
to.
think about that purely because of the press and the media around saying that. So players wouldn't know that so much only because when they read certain things, okay, right, England have not won so and so in Gabba for 39 years, so that would be playing up.
They won't even care.
Yeah.
I don't think these England players will care anymore.
It's only the press, like
Doesn't
you just said.
matter.
It's not the players care; it's the press
But I think
that are putting
they'll
it
be
into.
going into that match, and everyone will have told them probably 100 times over.
Yeah.
you
Not
don't
told
win
them; they
there.
would have listened to
Yeah,
it.
but these guys, the mentality of like players, I think now, even in generally like in any sport, is like, okay, we've never won there in 40 years, but let's change that now. Like, or not, they're not even worried anymore about those kind of things. I don't think so. Like Ben Stokes, I don't think will be sat there or lying
they'll
in
be
bed
thinking
thinking, "Oh,
about
we've
just
never
how
won
we-
it." I'll be
how we
like,
gonna win
this
this
is an
test.
opportunity to change that, and we want to be the first guys to do that.
You know,
You have no choice sometimes. You know, like when you're playing and you're 1-0 down in such a big series, you can't even think about those things. You just got to focus on your own game and how we're going to win the game.
like while you were saying that, man, I was thinking. You see what Steve Smith said this week about Ben Stokes?
No.
He said it basically Ben Stokes arrogant, and like England are arrogant. I think it was Steve Smith who said it. It was an Australian player or ex-player who basically said it, and Ben Stokes was like, we're not arrogant. Because of what you just said there, in my head I was thinking, some Australians we sat there thinking, and a lot of the comments in the last preview were saying English fans are so arrogant, England players are so arrogant.
Are they saying they're arrogant because of the way they play? Because they think, okay, Test cricket sometimes certainly
think
you
it's
got
with
to
what-
play a certain way, or is it because they think of how they're acting?
I think people are saying it's not with the way they play.
I think it's a
So
bit more
much.
with the way they play as
Yeah,
well.
it's the way
Because
they
they're not
feel
sure,
like
they feel as though that why? Okay, how come they're not respecting Test cricket? They're going out just playing shots. You know, sometimes Test cricket is traditionally. Sometimes at times you leave the ball. They're just coming and thinking they can just
I don't
take
think it's that.
Australia
I don't
down
think
and
it's that.
smash them all over.
Because
the
if you
shop.
look
Is
at
that,
it, you
or
know
is
what,
it
I
the
don't
other
think it's
way?
that, because if you look at it, right,
Okay.
and this is the point I make, the person who won that game for them last game was Travis Head. He plays basically the Bazball way. And he played the Bazball way. Otherwise, anyone that batted properly was out. So all the people saying, you know, you're not respecting Test cricket and they should play properly. Well, they are trying to play properly. But sometimes you got to attack.
But the thing is, are they saying England are arrogant because of the way they play, or is
I
it,
think
or is
it's
it
because
off-field
of
thing or
some
on-field
comments
thing?
that players make. People might think it's arrogant.
Well, on-field, off-field thing then.
Yeah.
So I think it was actually Mitch Johnson that said it, and I think maybe there's a little bit of like, let me get into him, let me
Yeah.
wind him up.
Yeah, just
But equally, I do think like Australians generally, judging by the comments we had in the last video, they do think England fans, players are arrogant. I don't know if it's the style of play. Could
that's
be,
what I
don't
was
think
saying.
it's
Is it an on-field thing or is it an off-field thing?
but like most of Travis Head in the last match played,
Yeah, but that's
smacked it right.
I mean,
No,
there's sometimes
no,
you
sure.
have to play like that.
yeah.
But he plays like that all the time. But sometimes you don't. He keeps going on about the same point. On-field thing. I think it's an off-field thing.
you think it's off-field thing?
Yeah.
Like how it,
People say-
is
just
what,
like with
is it
some of the
individuals
things-
how they talk in the press and what
Yeah,
they
yeah.
said, the things
Yeah,
they
yeah.
say.
It's also like, to be fair,
So it's not an on-field thing of how they play then.
No, I don't think so.
Mo's just said like, you know, England basically haven't won at the Gabba in 40 years, and Mo's saying I think England are going to win. I'm not saying that's arrogant, but I'm saying people will probably say that's quite arrogant.
No, I don't think it's arrogant. I'm going because it's a pink ball game, so it's a bit different. And I'm saying it because I still believe that this series is going to be tighter than what people. And I think England had such a bad game in the end. That is just a bit of motivation and like they need to turn things around. And I'm actually hoping more than anything.
Well, to be fair, it's a must-win game.
And I'm backing them.
When I say must-win,
It's a must win.
They can't afford to lose 2-0. Once they lose 2-0, then for them to win 3 games next 3 is a big ask.
Another thing for the opposition, so like England have never won there for 39 years, right? So an Australian team hasn't lost there for 39 years. So that team doesn't want to be the first team that loses in 40 years or whatever it is. So that'll be on the back of their mind as well. Because there are times where, I don't know, we've played and it's like we haven't lost to a certain team at this ground. And that's a bit of pressure like when you're playing, on you as well. Because you're like, okay, you don't want to be the first team that loses, I don't know, at Lords against whoever it is.
In terms of England's team, Mark Wood's injured. The Gabba is historically...
Mark was injured.
Yeah, apparently he's injured.
Well, he's not playing this game.
Yeah.
He's resting.
Probably
I
more
think,
resting,
yeah. Just resting. Precaution.
Because we're saying it's a must-win. Like,
No,
I
but
know,
it's
but
hard,
if he-
it's hard to go
if he-
back to back to play.
Well, it
but-
was only 2 days.
yeah.
yeah.
But it's just being cautious.
Yeah, this pitch is bouncier than Perth. You probably won't.
Yeah, but you got
Son.
somebody who will replace him like...
You'd rather him miss
Tongue.
a game than get injured and miss the series.
The next few. Yeah.
That's probably what they're doing with the Cummins and Hazelwood as well.
They're also in control because they won the first one, right?
Yeah.
Do you think Cummins or Hazelwood come in if they lost the first one? Probably one of them.
Maybe one of them would have.
Yeah. So would you potentially say England, despite being that this team that everyone's going to take loads of risk, they're choosing not to take a risk here that maybe they could have taken a risk?
What in terms of what?
Nah, they won't
Matt
take a
Wood?
risk with that. I don't
No.
know.
Because they'll have to bring someone in. So,
They got ballers there. They got just Tongue.
I think they got Potts and Tongue.
yeah.
And they got
Ballers.
Shoaib Bashir if they want
I
to go
was
spinner.
just about to say, do you think...
I don't
I
reckon.
doubt they
I
will
don't
go
reckon they will.
spinner. I doubt that.
I don't think they will play spinner
Because...
because that 5-man attack gives them same options as well of the nature of Brisbane's pitch as well.
In a way,
pace
I
and
think
bounce.
they would have liked to have
A spinner.
a spinner
But
against
like I
Travis
said again,
Head
I
the other
reckon
day.
they might think that Ruti can do a job to get them 5-6 overs to ball just now and then here and there, keep
There was
it
a big
tight.
discussion about that last time against Travis Head, though. They said, like, they probably should have had a spinner on. That's what the commentator was saying. I think Nasser was saying...
Well, they're probably thinking maybe give Ruti an over or two because he's smashing everyone and give him an over or two. Maybe he got a chance of... in a way, they probably would have liked to have Bashir in the side just to try and give him a couple of... See if you can get him out. Because it was a type of wicket where you get a wicket and you go bang, bang, you get like 2 others. So even if they had a 50, 60 run partnership, you bowl Bash. I'm not saying play him. You bowl Bash and he gets Travis Head out. You can easily win the game even if they need 30 to win.
But
And that wicket...
was there any? I can't even think. Was there any spin ball in the first test?
Lion bowled a couple, I think. Couple
Did
of
he?
overs.
Okay.
All right, predictions.
I'm going to England win. But it's more like hoping. Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously I would love.
And I want the series to be good.
Yeah, I would love for England to win. Firstly, because they need to win, but it's also 1-1, so it's an exciting series.
It kills the series.
But at the same time, I think
Not
it's going to
really.
be a tough. I think it'll be a harder challenge than the first test. Purely, like I say, against the day and night game.
Yeah. It's going to be hard for both
Of
teams.
Australia's record in that, and a lot of England players have not played under the lights. That's going to play the biggest factor in that. So I would
Yeah.
love England to win, but it's going to be. They've got to be on the A game.
Yeah.
For that.
I can't see past the 39-year record, you know. I feel like it's one of those things that like will just carry on for a long time. And it's not just a record that's there just because it's a record. Like
If ever there was a time that it's going to...
now,
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah, it
gonna
has
now.
to be now.
I think Australia are going to win, personally.
What was your predictions anyway from the very beginning of the Ashes? What was
I
your?
said 3-2 England, I said.
You said you didn't say you said 4-1, didn't you?
No.
I said
You
3-2.
said, you said 3-2 England. You said 3-2 England. I said 3-2 Australia.
You said 3-2 as well?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sure did. I
We all
wouldn't say
predicted
4.
Mitch Starc to get the most wickets.
He did.
Who did you predict?
Stokes.
Oh, yeah.
Wickets.
Yeah.
No, you picked Starc.
I think
You
picked
picked.
Starc.
We picked Starc. We both picked Starc. We both picked Stokes to
from
be the
England.
Yeah.
man of the series.
Yeah, I know. I said that. I'm sure I said Stokes is going to also from England side maybe going to be leading wicket taker.
Okay. Anyway.
Anyway, I do think.
Anyway, England need to win the next test to keep the series alive. In that sense, and keep that excitement there, to keep that buzz there.
But even if we go 2-0 down, but we were 2-0 down in 2023, We went 2-2, but one got rained. We'd have won. I think we'd have won that as well.
I just want some drama, to be honest.
Yeah, I want it to be 1-1.
You don't-
Just
I
for
know-
the sake of the series.
I know you don't care, mate. You know
I'm
what I
going
mean?
to end that right here. Thank you very much for watching. We will probably do a review depending on what the schedule is looking like and depends what happens, actually, to be honest. Obviously, if you enjoyed this...
Yeah, spit it.
If you enjoyed this, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, and follow us on any platform you follow us on.